Everybody get settled. We're gonna be here for about 4 hours. Today we're gonna be doing my nails because as you can see, one of them, I recently made a video on my TikTok doing my nails. I've actually made several videos. I've been doing my own nails at home since my nail girl got married and moved. It seems as though most nail techs in Utah use luminary gel. But then when I moved here, everyone has Gel X, it seems like. I went and got my nails done and I went and got Gel X, which I'd never had Gel X before. I had no idea what Gel X was. But basically what you do is you take like a fake nail, glue it to your nail, and then put gel on it. That's Gel X in a nutshell. And so I really, really loved it, but it's pretty expensive. I also love nail art, so a full set of gel with intricate nail art, pretty expensive. So I was like, I wonder if I can do these at home. So I started trying to figure out how to do them at home, and I think they look pretty good. They're definitely homemade, you know? It's very DIY. I feel like they look pretty decent for at-home nails. So I wanted to show you how I do it. And I did that on April 23rd. When I lost this nail, it was May 12th. So they only lasted about 2 weeks. And what I would do in a normal situation is I would just redo this one nail. It's super easy to do the Gel X. And I've learned some tips that I've been seeing on TikTok that I'm gonna try today that will hopefully help the retention. 2 weeks is not great retention, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing them for free at my house, so 2 weeks is good enough for me. Let me show you my material. This is my bin. You want a towel, obviously, and a light. I used to have a cheap one, and then I saw a TikTok about how it's important that the bottom is like reflective. All of this is on my Amazon storefront. If you're doing Gel X, you also need like a mini one, a mini LED light. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the nail tip on your finger, and you need to flash cure it. I have 3 different kinds of tips. The real Gel X ones, which is medium almond. These are from Amazon. These are medium square tips. I actually really like these. These are like a short almond. To glue them down, I use base coat. There's a really popular, affordable nail brand on Amazon called Beetles. Most of my colors are Beetles. I either use the luminary base coat, which I love when I'm just doing gel nails, or I'll use a Beetles one, Beetles base coat. You have to soak these to get them off. You'll see in a second when I take mine off. Or you could use something like this, which is a peel off, which is designed to basically rip off your nails. So that's a great option. It works very well. You'll need an electric nail file. What you do need for gel, which I learned the hard way, is I believe it's called a ceramic bit. It looks like this. But I bought a pack on Amazon, it's linked, that has all of these ceramic bits in it, and you need it to take off gel. I have this clear bin of all my nail colors. All I did was like buy some variety packs on Amazon of those Beetles colors. So I have this variety pack. I honestly think it was like 15 or 20 bucks for like all these. A little bright colored pack. I have a little pinky pack. Oh, you know cat eye? Have you seen the cat eye trend? I bought a little Amazon variety pack. Because I have so many colors, I bought a little nail ring and painted them out so I can see them. I have little cotton pads. I bought this bowl for soaking them off. I have pliers because sometimes it's hard to get the nail bits out of here. So that is everything I have for my nails. Okay, so let's get into it. You can soak these off, but when I soak them, I feel like it takes a really long time to soak off the gel, and then you have to soak off the nail. I just think it's faster if you just drill off the gel polish and then soak off the nail tips. So that's what I like to do. If you just like gently rub it against your hand, you can see like, don't do it with the ceramic bit because it like hurts a little bit. It's like scratching me. You can see like one way is rolling with you and one way is rolling against you. Do you know what I'm saying? But you want it to be like rolling away. This is not really a high quality drill. And then I like to drill until it's see-through. You can see right here I'm breaking through that milky pink polish and it's like kind of becoming clear again. You see that, how it's kind of becoming clear right here? You can cut the tip off if you want. I guess I'll make this disclaimer now that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a nail tech license. I'm not a cosmetologist. I am simply a girl with an Amazon Prime account who wanted to learn how to do her own nails. And all of my knowledge came from TikTok. You can see that it's starting to break right here. Sometimes what I like to do is just like, I'll kind of tap it on the end. If you can see that it's lifting, it'll kind of come off. Like you can see right here, there's a teensy bit of lifting. So I'm gonna kind of tap that in here and it's coming off. And that's nice just because now there's less to soak off. If the thought of like chipping away at it stresses you out because you don't want to get your real nail, then just don't and just soak it off. That's one nail done. I like to start on the edge, so I push my skin back and then just kind of drill in here to get the polish off on the side. If you do nails at home or are a nail tech, any comments with tips are welcome. I'm just a girl trying to figure it out. This does get super dusty. If you hate dust or something, they do sell little boxes. They're like little vacuum boxes, and you do this on top of it and it sucks all the dust into there. I've looked into buying one. I don't think they're that expensive, but I just don't care enough. I'm trying to only buy what I think I need, and I just don't need that. So I just took some acetone and I poured it into my little bowl, and they've been soaking for 4 to 5 minutes. You can see that it's really weak. I have this scraper tool and I'm just going to scratch it off. And then I'm just gonna let them soak for a few more minutes. Gonna have a snack. This is my favorite protein drink right now. It's the Clean Simple Eats Clear Protein. Another thing that I like to do, I put a bunch of coconut oil on my fingers so that the acetone doesn't soak up into my skin. I don't really know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's science or if I made that up in my head. And then I go in with my sanding drill bit and I start to sand off whatever's left. So I'm gonna take my sanding bit, see if I can sand off what's left of it. I like to look at my nail like this and look up it and see how thick it is. Kind of go from there to see how much gel is still on it. This whole part, I just wing it, but be careful because when you start taking off the gel tip and you start getting closer to your real nail, you need to be really careful. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting kind of gross in here with the dust, the nail boogers, the oil, the acetone. Now there's pretty much nothing left to scratch off. That shiny stuff is like the leftover gel. So I'm gonna, okay, my nails are all clean. I would classify myself as someone who really struggles to do things with their left hand. And sometimes when I see all these nail girls on TikTok, they look so ambidextrous. I envy them because I can't. So what I like to do that helps, I hold it like this. So that I can like use my whole arm and my whole shoulder. Another thing you could do that sometimes I do, you can just move your right hand. Hold this in your left hand and then just move your right hand. Like if you're right-handed and that's easier. I'm gonna do cuticle work now. So I'm gonna take this little drill bit. It's so fine, like it's so gentle. So I use that for my cuticles. Okay, first I push them back with a little metal cuticle thing. And now I'm going to sand right up against the cuticle like this. And then I'm gonna take my cuticle nipper things. I take a scrubby brush with a little bit of alcohol and I'm just gonna do that on all of my fingers. Before cuticle work, after. Now that we have a clean base, I'm gonna take the Gel X nails and I'm gonna fit them and pick the right size for me. I have written them down. I have all of the little pieces for all of my little fingers. And so what you wanna do is on the inside of each one, you want to sand it to make the edge rough. I have this little bit that I like to use. So I'm just gonna take the tip and just rough up the inside. So I'm gonna do that to all of the nails really quick. Now I'm gonna put on a little bit of this protein bond. I'll be honest, I don't know what it does, but every single nail tech I have ever been to uses this. I'm gonna put on a little bit of primer. Do I know what this does? Not really. Look, I'm such a proud finger owner. My nails look so healthy. So now I'm gonna glue these on. I have base coat. I'm using the Luminary Base Clarity. So what you do is you take a thin layer of base coat. I think they call this a slip layer. I don't know the point of this. I used to not do this and they still turned out fine. And then you're gonna put a glob of your base coat in right there. You put this down on your cuticle and then you just slowly press it forward and then you stop when the gel is under your nail. But it's kind of hard to see because that's exactly where your finger goes. And then you're gonna put it in here to flash cure. It only needs to be in here for a few seconds. I have a little bit of like seeping right here, so I'm gonna take some alcohol on a little brush, see if I can wipe it away. So once I have all of the tips on, give them a little sand before I start painting. And at that time, I will take this little bit and I will clean up any globs that squeeze over. Once they're flash cured, they're not all the way cured. So you're gonna wanna put them in here to fully cure. Now that my nails are on, I'm going to use a sanding bit again and just give them a little buff. And I'm trying really hard with my left hand. So my nails are ready to go for polish. So what we're gonna do is put another base coat layer on. I'm not gonna show that because that's easy. And then I'll show you the design that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one hand pink and one hand green. And then I'm gonna take pink and green nail art and just do squigglies on them. I've done this design a few times in the past and I really like it. I'm gonna do this hand completely and then this hand completely because I hate when both hands are wet. I'm having the hardest time picking the colors that I want to do. I did this pink and then I tried to do squiggly nail art, but it looked bad. So then I tried a few other things that looked bad, and then I tried chrome and hated it, and then I tried cat eye and I hated it, and I cannot pick what I want. Nail art's just so hard. Every single idea in my head just did not work out. I've quite literally been doing this all day and I'm getting really antsy. So this is what they're gonna look like. I'm just gonna do the other hand. Ah!